Hey gamers, it's G from the corner, and today we're going to be checking out Smile for Me, available on PC and Nintendo Switch. This game was a recommendation from a friend of the channel, Alyssa. You might remember her from some of the reaction videos. She's been telling me to check out the game for quite a while, and I thought, why not give it a shot? I had a bit of time before Pikmin 4 came out. It is apparently really short. I will be doing so on the Nintendo Switch version, which came out back in April. The original, I think, was released in 2019. In the game, you play as some guy, I think he's related to some person that all the other characters know, visiting an antidepressant place called the Habitat. It's sort of a mental ward, kind of retreat place that people who are depressed go to. Despite this, the goal of the game is to try and make all of the quirky and wacky characters happy without the help of the professionals. It is a first-person adventure puzzle game, very simple gameplay, but the aesthetics and writing do a lot of the heavy lifting. You never have any dialogue options when in conversation with the characters, instead only being able to hand people items you've collected and nod by shaking the camera, or with motion controls. It's kind of cute. It's a cute little mechanic they threw in to make the game stand out, and I can honestly respect them for that. The characters are very quirky. Most of them gave me a chuckle. They all have very creative designs and, have very funny things to say. They got funny goings on. I could start listing them, but really, it's not. I feel like I could do that for a lot of games I talk about nowadays. I think I'll just leave the surprises for yourself because the game's very cheap and honestly, it's not very long either. Literally, the whole game took me about, 2 hours to beat, I think? It's not a very long game, and it's not a very serious game either. None of the characters are supposed to make you cry. They're all pretty shallow. They don't really have much going on aside from their quirks and gimmicks and the puzzles that you need to do to make them happy. It's kind of interesting because, the game's supposed to be based on you going to an anti-depression retreat, but nobody's really that depressed. Everybody just has very minor issues going on with themselves. It's kind of odd. But that doesn't mean the puzzles required to make them happy are completely void of depth. Some of them actually really stumped me. I definitely had to look up a guide for a few of these. And I gotta say, pretty smart, pretty fun. There's a few where you'll be tasked with doing things that sound a bit awkward or impossible in some cases. And once or twice, you'll get kind of stressed out trying to do them. There's kind of a day cycle to this game where it's kind of funny. I've been playing a lot of Pikmin, and lo and behold, another game with a day cycle. You have to head back to your room and get everything done for the day within a specific time frame. Otherwise, you'll start the next day late and you'll get a creepy VHS message from the owner of the establishment. I got one of these. It was really goofy. It was just the person being like, "Oh, what's this? It looks really scary. You wonder what I know what it is. You don't. Now listen to me. You play by my rules, okay, buddy?" These tapes play actually every night in the game, but not the creepy ones. I mean, okay, there's some intended creepiness in the game as a whole. I feel like they're trying to make you take it seriously. They're trying to make it creepy, but not really. It's there's all these things that the game wants to be, not really wants to, or wants you to think that it is, that it really isn't. I mean, it's not to its detriment. It's still pretty enjoyable. I had a decent time for those 2 hours I played it, but here's the thing. I'd see a lot of games like this, especially back in 2015 or so. I feel like every week I would come home from school and see some big Let's Player playing one of these indie games on PC, and oh man, look at these quirky characters, look at these creepy characters, These aren't the best things ever, but they're still pretty cool, right? This, to me, looks like if Psychonauts 2 had no budget and was made by 3 people and another 5 people did the visuals and music, With Smile for Me, you definitely get what you're paying for. The game's only about $15 Canadian on the eShop, and I'm pretty sure probably cheaper elsewhere. The game definitely accomplishes everything it sets out to do, and, it won't blow you away, but it's, a good time. Heaven forbid, a cozy game. I know we have plenty of those these days. I don't know. I think the game was all right, maybe a bit overhyped by my friend, although, it's kind of fun. I recommend it on a whim, you know, if you want just a little game to fill a night or two. I think you'd have, there's definitely worse you can get, and I, you know, commend the team. I'm intrigued to see what else they do in the future. This game came out, I think, 4 years ago on PC, so they're probably cooking something else up now. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video review of Smile for Me. Hope you guys stay cornered for more content coming in the next few weeks, and I will see you guys on the next one.